Manhunt is underway for a second gunman from a deadly attack in Seattle. It's time for the Streamline. Everything you need to know in 10 minutes or less. Police say two people started shooting at each other Sunday night at a popular food festival. In the crossfire, 3 people were killed. Another 4 were injured, including a 2-year-old. Officers arrested 1 person. They're still searching for the second shooter. Investigators are asking anyone to come forward because there are no surveillance cameras in the area.
We know that we have people who probably have evidence or have information that they can share with us.
Police say there is no immediate threat to the public. They're still trying to figure out a motive behind the shooting.
A delicate pause in the war with Iran is holding today. Iran says no negotiations are going on with the U.S., but calls recent talks with Oman, a U.S. ally, fruitful. Both sides are working on a plan to keep ships safely moving through the Strait of Hormuz. The New York Times reports that President Trump is shelving plans to escalate the war because the U.S. is running low on defensive missiles. U.S. Ambassador to the UN, Mike Waltz, denies that. He first says they inherited a, quote, depleted situation from the previous administration, and then says the U.S. has what it needs.
I want to be crystal clear. The U.S. military, and I've verified this every which way, has everything that it needs to conduct this campaign as effectively as it needs to be. And I have to tell you, the people that are leaking this nonsense deserve to be in jail.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is set to visit the White House tomorrow. Ahead of his visit, he says the war will end when Iran's regime is toppled or forced to end its nuclear program. With the pause in attacks, global oil prices are down, but you see the gas prices here are staying pretty high in the U.S. In San Diego, gas prices average $5.72 for a gallon of regular. That's up 15 cents from last week. Nationally, prices are at $4.11 a gallon. That's an 11-cent jump from last week. Of course, with the heat that we've been talking about, people have been cranking up their AC as another heat wave hits parts of the country. That extra usage is putting a strain on the power grid. The Department of Energy is stepping in to prevent blackouts. The agency has issued an emergency order in 17 states. Now, despite how hot it's been here, California is not on that list. It directs the Southwest Pool to use backup generators to keep electricity flowing. The order is expected to end August 3rd.
Police in Seattle are searching for 2 men who parachuted off the Space Needle. They say the men bought tickets to the observation deck on Friday night. They then put on helmets and gear in a bathroom, climbed over glass barriers, and jumped off the ledge more than 500 feet up. They parachuted to the ground and ran off. Investigators say there is plenty of evidence, including social media video and footage from inside the Space Needle. The stunt comes just weeks after 2 people were arrested for climbing the Empire State Building. The end of summer is coming fast. Back to school shoppers are trying to save. And if you're headed to the outlet mall, pay attention because Scripps News Group's John Matarese has some secrets behind those price tags to help you get the best bargain.
Many shoppers assume that outlet stores are filled with overstocked designer deals, and in some cases, that's true. But a report says that many of the items you'll find in outlet stores are made specifically for the outlets and are not the same items you'll find in retail stores.
Outlet malls are built around the thrill of a deal.
I think they have great prices. It's fun to see a lot of the different stores all at once.
Over 100 stores right now.
Simon Properties marketing director Brittany Bly says many outlet stores stack store-wide markdowns on top of everyday deals.
Banana Republic Factory, it's 50% off everything right now in their store.
Outlets in the early days were known for selling overstock or slightly damaged items at deep discounts. But the nonprofit Consumers Checkbook says that's not the case anymore.
We did this survey of 40 stores. We shopped at them all around the country. 50% of the stores, like exactly half, were making merchandise primarily for the outlet.
What does that mean? Some items may look similar to what you'd find in the main store, but use different materials or lower cost fabrics.
That does not mean outlets are bad. You can still find great deals and score designer brands for less. Just know what you're actually getting.
Jennifer Barger says some retailers have subtle clues to show which items are made for outlets. At J. Crew, for example,
they have 2 diamonds underneath them. Whereas if you were at a regular J. Crew, the label inside would just say J. Crew.
while other brands like Burberry still use outlets to sell clearance from their main stores. Shopper Shanna Lutton knows outlet merchandise can be hit or miss.
Sometimes they're better, and sometimes they're similar to what you would find somewhere else.
She and her daughter still love the outlets for convenience.
Mainly new clothes and
some shoes.
One stop, lots of stores, and good deals if you know what to look for so you don't waste your money. John Matteries, Scripps News Group.
Well, the action-packed pop culture extravaganza Comic-Con officially wrapped up on Sunday night. So many people, of course, we've been out there every day as thousands of people packed downtown for the 4-day event. And as expected, the biggest lines of the weekend, it came yesterday for the highly anticipated Marvel Studio panel. Oh, there's my favorite, Ryan Gosling. Well, Marvel announced that he is going to be starring in a new Ghost Rider film that's slated for 2028. And Black Panther 3 will be in theaters that same year, starring David Johnson as a new Black Panther. So many lines, and some people camped out for the panel for hours just trying to get their wristbands.
This year we waited for like over 12 hours to get seats, and luckily mission accomplished.
Yeah, that Marvel panel was actually Saturday, but the lines continued the entire weekend. So many concerns when it came to Hall H. Some attendees told 10 News they waited hours and claimed they never got the chance to get in even after getting their wristbands. We reached out to Comic-Con for comment. In a statement, they said in part, each year it is common for an ebb and flow to Hall H and all of our program rooms, meaning some people come for a particular panel and then leave, allowing those who are in line to then be admitted. This year, we saw less turnover than we have in the past, resulting in a reduced amount of additional individuals being admitted into the hall. They also said they will continue to investigate how to best manage attendance and flow for future events as they grow. Hopefully, they are able to fix those issues. That's your ABC 10 News Streamline. Everything you need to know today in under 10 minutes.